Hi everyone, we are here to do some ornaments. Um, I need these done quickly. I'm going out of town tomorrow. So I went ahead and I'm using Let's Resin Fast Cure so that they'll cure faster. Obviously, it is a one-to-one resin. It is great for blooms. I generally don't like fast cure resins because I think it rushes my bloom along, but sometimes it's good to be rushed. My resin is now at 36 degrees Celsius, so it's warm and ready to go. So let's get things moving. I have two different sizes that I'm doing. I'm going to pour the resin into the bottom of the molds. I don't want it to be, I got something in my mold. Sometimes it's easy to get whatever it is out, sometimes it's not. All right, so I'm pouring it into my mold. I want it to flow into the tops of the molds now, because if I don't let it flow all the way, it could cause my bloom to be misshapen because the resin will still be moving. And remember, you don't want too much resin when you're just trying to do a bloom, because sometimes it does give me blobbies if it's really deep. So I'm just trying to do a nice layer on the bottom of these molds. I also want to pour about 1 ounce of resin in my cup to prepare the white. I am using a new setup today. I don't know if you noticed the camera. I got this new camera set up from Amazon, and I'm hoping it's easier and that the microphone is closer and that the view is better. We'll give it a go and see how it works out. And here I am just trying to give it a little shove into the top of these ornaments. The resin is warm, so it is thicker, and fast cure resin I find is also thicker. Let's Resin is great though because it's not super bubbly. Some thicker viscosity resins or fast cures even are bubbly, and I don't like that. Who likes bubbles? And I'm making bubbles by pushing this around. All right, so I think I have enough resin in each mold, and we'll continue letting it do its thing. I actually probably have closer to 2 ounces of resin in my cup. I am going to use Let's Resin Ocean White, and I'm going to put a little over a pea-sized drop because I have so much resin. It's kind of hard to measure. I don't know if you could see that. I'm also going to add some white pinata alcohol ink. You have to give it a good shake because I find that the pinatas get a little clumpy. And I'm just going to do, if I can get it open, hear that? Obviously didn't want to open. I'm going to do 5 drops. And I think this gives it a nice texture along with the ocean white for your bloom. That's why I'm doing 2 today. And the resin is super warm. The other thing with the fast cure is I can't fool around as much because it does warm up really fast. It is thicker, so it does take a little more work to mix in your colors and your white and your micas. It's almost mixed, not quite there, but I also want to go ahead and add from Laura's Art Corner Magnolia Shimmer. I do want to give the blooms a little bit of shine. I am not going to be using any inks, so the bloom will have to stand on its own with its center and whatever color back I do. Wild stir, so you could see I'm stirring bubbles into it. That's how I roll. All right, let's take a look at our molds. Has it all moved into the top? It's in the tops of all our molds. Oop, this one's not quite moved over. I see a little spot. Give that a little shove. All right, sorry, I had to step away for a second because I got a message. Now I really have to get a move on it. All right, let's get our white into our piping bag. I use 6-ounce cups. It's an 8-inch piping bag. I made way too much white, but I have some resin left over, so I'll pour something else when this is done. All right, and I'm gonna give it a little snip off the top. And I'm just going to do a spiral in each of these. Oops, got a little wiggly with my hand. That's all right. Blooms don't have to be perfect, they're flowers. That's what makes them so gorgeous. I'm not the most steady-handed person. That back into my cup so I could use it in a minute. Then I'm gonna grab, I use a paintbrush, just the end of it. Be careful not to push it down into your mold because you could scratch your mold. Petra uses the dotting tools, and those are really cool. They're probably a smarter way to go because they won't scratch your molds, at least I don't think they will. All right, so what kind of bloom am I going to do? Oh, this is tough and we got to make a decision. I am going to go with just a standard lined bloom. The last one, I always go in for a spiral when I do that one. And I'm going to give these just a little out for the last couple of petals. Sometimes I do it too soft. You can see this one's already starting to bloom down here. Last one, in with the spiral. All right, For these last ones, I'm going to do the same thing. Now you could just keep all ends if you wanted to. I think that looks like a carnation when you do that. Need to get a move on it so I can get this and get the centers in. Forgot to go do my outs because I do want them all to look the same. It's blooming quickly, which is a great sign, but it just means I gotta move just a little bit faster, right? They almost look like a rose just blooming. All right, last one, just in time to look, it's all almost to the center already. Right. Let me get one more wipe because I made such a mess. All right. Now, I am going to put centers on these. I generally don't because I love just the swirl in the center. Get all the resin off my hands. So I have these silver crushed glass bits. And I'm just gonna put my little scoopy in there and do like a third in the bottom and then dump them on. You can also put these in first or mix them with resin, whatever you want to do. There's so many ways to do all of these things. All right, let me just stand up with my little paintbrush and see if there's any push around that I need to do. I actually think I did a decent job putting those centers in. All right. Now I'm going to give them a little shot of heat with the torch. I'm not going to go near the sides because I don't want to ruin my molds, but really just a fast little thing. And I just see where I lost a little silver center thing. So I'm going to try to move with the shape of the bloom to put it back where it belongs. Oh no. All right. All right, well, these are all ready to go now. I will probably back them without you because I'm probably just going to do a blue or a red or a green back or something fun. If I decide to do crackle backs, we'll come back and do those together. All right, we are back to look at our ornaments. I ended up backing it with Marbler's Silver Pearl. I actually bought this twice, so now I have a ton of it. So let's see how it did. I'm not sure if the backing is dark enough though. I started questioning myself, you know, like we do. Oh no, that's so pretty. Wow, look at that. It is, the back sort of does blend in with it, but it looks so pretty. I wish you guys were here and could see it in person. Oh yeah. They're still a little bendy because I'm taking them out early, but they are so pretty. I'm really pleased with how they came out. Oh yeah, look at that. I'm hoping you're getting a good visual of this with my new camera arrangement. The light, though, I think sometimes shines funny sitting here. I haven't figured out the lighting situation. Oh, wow. Yeah, I love these. They're very subtle. The bloom is gorgeous. They look perfect on any tree. So I have to straighten them back out. Wow, yeah. You know, and they blend right in with my gray top of my table. All right, well, thank you guys for watching.